Trump's tax cut plan is superb. It's wonderful. It'll spark incredible economic growth. It's not just a few points here or there. It's a major, significant reduction in the income tax. It's akin to that John Kennedy proposed in 1961 and passed in 64 that cut the top bracket from 91%, can you believe that, to 70%. And people said that would cause huge deficits and lose revenue, and in fact revenue grew, and the unemployment rate dropped from 5.2 to 3.8 over the next 2 years. That's the kind of progress that I think Trump's plan will cause. There's a limited increase in the deficit. Over 10 years, it's going to be a $1.5 trillion increase in the deficit. That's what the CBO says. But in fact, the economic growth will probably wipe that out, and we'll probably end up with more revenue in a rapidly growing economy. The tax cut reduces the pass-through tax, which is for small businesses that create the overwhelming majority of the jobs in this country, from the top individual tax rate of 39.6 to 25%. It increases the personal standard deduction from $6,000 to $12,000 for an individual, $24,000 for a married couple. It cuts the corporate tax rate to 20% from 35%. It abolishes the inheritance tax, abolishes the alternative minimum tax, and abolishes deductibility for state and local taxes while preserving it for mortgage interest and charitable donations. Not only will this feed the economy enormously, it'll also really create a tremendously pro-growth attitude and atmosphere in the United States. And it's very encouraging that the Republicans, who normally say we won't approve any tax cut unless there's a spending cut attached to it, have now negotiated that they will accept $1.5 trillion of tax cuts that is not matched by spending cuts. That's because the Democrats are always resistant to spending cuts and can usually block them. But this has a real chance of surviving and a real chance of passing. Very important bill. There's also a trading element in it. Trump has skillfully proposed that the deduction for state and local income taxes and sales taxes be repealed, property taxes and income taxes be repealed, and people have to pay taxes on that income. Now, the Democrats oppose that provision fiercely because all of their blue states have sky-high taxes, and the only way they survive politically is that a third of those taxes get offset because people deduct them on their federal tax returns, and this bill would stop that. Now, my guess is the reason Trump is including that is to trade that off for Democratic support, I think. Not sure about that, but we'll see. But in any case, this is a bill that absolutely deserves passage and deserves very, very strong support. This is a real thing. This is a total game changer. It will really transform the American economy for decades to come, particularly in a world where tax rates are so much higher and moving in the wrong direction. This will make the United States a focus of economic progress throughout the world. If this is the only thing that Trump does, it's worth it to have elected him. Actually, if he does nothing, it's worth it to elect him to beat Hillary. Thanks for watching.